Hi and welcome to Rewire the Mind, the channel for everything to do with therapy, hypnosis, coaching and well-being. Today's topic, hypnosis, food hypnosis for picky eating. If you've got a child or even if you're an adult who's a picky eater, then maybe hypnotherapy is something that you want to think about as a method of using to try and help change your eating habits. We found that food hypnosis for picky eating is incredibly successful and a great solution for resolving problems about limited diets and eating disorders around dislikes of certain foods. And we've helped hundreds of people over the years now overcome their issues through our therapy sessions. We know that fussy eating habits are really common, and we know that many children and adults struggle to eat a normal diet because of their food fears. Yet it doesn't have to be this way, and we know that most of our clients can change their eating habits with some hypnosis sessions to help them eat that more varied diet. So what actually is selective eating disorder? Well, the problem actually has a number of different names, from fussy eating to picky eating, selective eating disorder, and even ARFID, which is avoidant restrictive food disorder. In general, the problems are very similar in that the person with the issue has negative eating habits that severely limit their food intake. This generally leaves them eating a small number of foods that they consider to be safe or acceptable to them. Now, a typical client that we might see who's a picky eater is someone who chooses to eat what we call beige foods. These fussy eating foods usually include bread and crisps, pizza, pasta, chips, chicken nuggets, and other quite carb-heavy meals. And typically the child or adult will actively avoid foods like fruit and vegetables. Now, in extreme cases, when you get to the ARFID level, the avoidance of food can become a much more serious eating disorder, as the restrictive eating can be enough to make you severely underweight. So we always grade our clients when they come to see us as, what category we put them into and whether we need extra support with that client in extreme cases. But in the most part, our clients are, as I said, the picky eaters who just like carb-heavy foods and have just got used to eating them over the years. So how exactly can hypnotherapy help with picky eating? Well, hypnotherapy helps picky eating by using the power of suggestion, therapy, and also analysis in older attendance for the sessions. Firstly, because it helps to calm and relax the mind, and when you calm and relax the mind, you lower food worries and you make it easier for people to eat new foods. It can also help to change outdated thoughts in the subconscious mind and replace them with new positive habits. And with the analysis, we can help to address any root causes of the problems that our clients have around food, so that therapy can be aimed at some bigger issues. So why exactly do fussy eating habits develop? Well, we've seen hundreds of clients for picky eating over the years, and from our experience, not one of the people that we've seen was actually born with the problem. Fussy eaters develop a problem eating certain foods, not because of genetics, but because of parents, anxiety, and issues such as traumas in childhood. And the most common problem for fussy eaters starts when children are young and they start to refuse certain foods. Now, the most basic type of picky eating is the parents start to worry their children aren't eating enough, and rather than persevere and really put their foot down with those healthy foods that they should be eating, they allow them to eat some of their favourite foods instead. Now, it's not long before that child learns that if they make a fuss, their parents will continue to give them what they wanted all along. And before long, all they're eating at meal times is those carb-heavy pizza-style foods. Now, whilst it can be easy to blame parents because, that's the way it is, isn't it? The parents must be at fault. The parents are only doing what they thought was best for the child. They didn't realise maybe the long-term consequences of it. And they probably don't realise at the time the harm it may cause. So, one of the reasons that we see a lot of clients, I'm afraid, is because of those parents. But hey, we're not here to blame the parents. We're here to try and fix the problem. Now, another reason why picky eating develops is related to anxiety and trauma around food. Here's where you get more into fears and phobias. As an example, one of our clients actually choked on a strawberry when they were young, and that left them with food fears. The panic they felt at the moment they choked on that strawberry left them worrying about eating new foods. So they decided just to stick to the foods they knew until our therapy started to help them create a more diverse intake. Another client we saw experienced a childhood where there were constant arguments around the dinner table, and that made them anxious around food. So healthy eating wasn't something they cared about. All they wanted to do was eat what they liked and then leave the table as quickly as possible. And I'm afraid, again, parents forcing children to eat foods that they disliked as a child, but to the point of, let's say, not helpfulness, but making the child distressed, can also cause a problem with food. So there isn't always one standard reason for the issue, but hypnosis for picky eating can help to try and deal with some of these issues. It is worth noting as well that there is a link between picky eating and children who've spent time in care or foster, homes, and they found that they were less engaged with food. So we've seen less of that in our clinics, but it is worth noting that studies have shown that. Now, hypnosis for making children or adults eat new food is really about helping them to expand the repertoire of foods that they can eat. And we never do this in a stressful or a pressurized environment, because if you do, the willingness is just not going to be there. This is why we like our clients really to be over the age of 10 years old, as the person attending really has to understand that healthy eating is important and that they have some desire not to be different from their friends and family. If you're too young as a child, hypnosis isn't particularly useful if you get to really young age groups. But if you've got a 6 or a 7-year-old, they're not going to be that interested where they really want to have a change. They just like eating their safe foods, and they're going to be more likely to sort of resist the therapy. But once a child is at the age that they know what they want in life and they understand that maybe what they're doing isn't that great, then hypnotherapy sessions are much, much more successful. And if you come into adulthood, they're even more successful still. Every adult picky eater who calls us for help is obviously ready and willing to make changes to their eating habit or their fear or phobia. And that desire makes a difference. It really does, to the success sessions that we see in our clinics. We know that a lot of people think hypnosis for picky eating is about making people eat more vegetables, but it isn't. We're here to expand the number of foods that people will eat. Eating a narrow range of foods that fussy eaters are going to be more likely to miss out on essential vitamins and minerals, and that can impact your health. So when we help them eat a balanced diet, their nutrition is improved, and that's going to have knock-on health benefits. Now, we don't expect our picky eaters to love everything that we may give them during our program, especially in the initial phases. We all have different tastes, so while we might eat vegetables, I certainly do, I can guarantee that most people won't eat every single vegetable that's ever grown. We have our favourites and things that we really are not that fussed on. The key in our sessions is helping our clients explore these new tastes without fear or worry. We never force our clients to continue eating something they actively don't like. Instead, we get them to try a wider range of foods, and when they're in hypnosis, they're going to find that anything that is neutral or positive when they're trying it is then going to be added to their diet. Over time, we find that most of our clients' taste buds start to develop and they get used to those new flavours, and they start to create better balanced meals, and everything just gets easier. Hypnosis for picky eating also involves a lot of confidence building. We help to build our clients' confidence in their ability to eat a healthier option, and we also build a parent's confidence to push the boundaries of what they're going to give their child. Years of unhealthy eating and an inability to know how to resolve a problem can leave people feeling a bit demoralised and thinking that there are no solutions or ways out. Yet we know from our experience that most of the people we see for selective eating problems are able to learn to eat new foods and change old habits with hypnotherapy. We love building our clients' confidence in themselves so they can learn new methods to overcome the problem. And usually that happens in as little as 2 to 4 hours. So it's pretty fast, our system. We also use self-hypnosis as a method for our clients to use at home. Teaching our clients how to relax into a really calm state of mind before they try new foods can help dramatically drop anxiety and stress around eating. While the brain or subconscious mind is more relaxed, it reduces fear, it just dampens it down, and that makes it easier for an adult or a child to try something new. And once that's been done a few times, our clients feel even more relaxed and more willing to go further and push the boundaries around what they're eating. So we tend to give all our clients a simple relaxation and stress reduction download that we sell in our online store, and the link will be below on the video, and we sell that in our shop, and that's enough to calm most people and to get them to start to do those changes linked in with our program. And the great thing about hypnosis for picky eating or selective eating disorder is that it can be done online. And so we see plenty of clients worldwide for this problem via Zoom or Skype or even FaceTime. So if you'd like to arrange a session or talk to us, you can give us a call on 01636 650 521, or you can visit our website rewirethemind.com just for more information generally on hypnosis, well-being, and you'll get links to our blogs, downloads and online courses.